Right, hello, another story for you that's quite disturbing. In this dystopian world that we live in, basically we already know that they can genetically modify products. They already do it with wheat and oats and things like that, things that we eat. They've also now admitted, what Billy Goats has, they can genetically modify mosquitoes, and they've obviously released those into the wild. Now, the other thing that we need to discuss is the UN Agenda 2030. If you watched any of my videos, you'll know that there is an agenda to get you to stop eating meat, and they want you to eat bugs. They want you to just eat processed food. They want you to eat this man-made rubbish that they are dishing out. And of course, meat, they blame they blame the cows for CO2, when, to be perfectly honest with you, that subject is a complete scam. It's been proven many times. Now, people are not going to give up meat. They're not going to give it up because it's good for you. Meat is actually beneficial. Has a lot of good things to do with it, and it's healthy. They could, of course, make it a lot more sustainable by changing their farming practices, but of course that's been developed over the years to accommodate demand. Well, they could alter it and make it more sustainable and obviously better for the environment. But they won't. What they want to do is ban it altogether. So you will not be able to eat meat at all. Unless, of course, it's their rubbish that they've made in a factory. And they already have. They've already done it. They've already made meat that is being served in restaurants in London. So you have to be very conscious that if you go to a restaurant, that they could be serving you this shite. Right, how is the best way, right, if you've got a global plan to get people to stop eating meat, and you know full well that they're not going to do that. They're going to carry on eating meat because they all know that they enjoy it. I enjoy a good beef steak. I enjoy a good, pork chop. So how are you going to get me to stop? Well, you could easily do it by genetically modifying a bug. These are ticks. These are quite bad because they can give you bad diseases. And if you're very careful when you go through grass with nothing on your legs, you can obviously pick up ticks. And obviously the disease that they give you is quite traumatic. So this article in The Independent is actually quite frightening. So here you can see the story. Tick bites can trigger a meat allergy in humans. And of course the CDC say it's only becoming more common. Now, if this is a very natural process, which I doubt, what is to stop people in the know from genetically modifying these bugs? Because it says there 100,000 have become allergic to red meat since 2010. And it's a weird syndrome triggered by the weird allergy in the last 12-13 years. It's been estimated that as many as 450,000 Americans have developed the allergy. And of course it would be not far from reality to be able to assume and presume that this is not a natural occurrence. It's not caused by a germ, but by a sugar that's in the meat from mammals, and it's in tick spit. So obviously what they're saying is the tick puts this into your body and then it triggers an immune response that can lead to a severe allergic reaction. Listing the symptoms, you can see there: hives, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, stomach pain, difficulty breathing, blah blah blah. Unlike other allergies, they can hit much later, hours later. The allergy can fade away in some people, but the key is avoiding being rebitten. So, whilst it doesn't say that these are, genetically modified, it is not very difficult to go 1, 2, 3 and get 5. So, whilst I'm saying that this story is a long shot and it doesn't confirm my suspicions, they are founded in truth, because it would help the long-term agenda. If lots of people cannot eat red meat, then that would decrease the demand. And if they can release these ticks around the world, they can get their eventual goal, can't they? They want to have zero farming, they want to have zero meat production, and with this, it's entirely possible. Whether you believe it or not, then that's up to you. Please put your opinions and comments down below, and join me for another video.